I'm Marvin.
Hey Vikings, how about guessing how much is in the piggy bank? $1 per guess could get you the contents of this piggy bank. All proceeds go to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation to help find the cure. Closest guess to the total without going over wins. Visit the student council at the Wayville and take your guess today.
It's almost Valentine's Day. Did you know your Viking Choir and Student Council have teamed up again this year to help you send that message to a special somebody? You can send a song or a gift, which can be delivered to a special someone on Valentine's Day during 5th and 6th period. Check it out at the Wayville today during all lunches, but you better hurry because the cards and gifts are going fast.
The most common types of cancer in children and adolescents younger than 20 years are leukemia, 26.7%, neoplasms of the brain and other nervous tissue, 18%, Hodgkin's lymphoma or HL, 7.6%, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma or NHL at 7%. Approximately every 10 minutes, someone in the U.S. dies from blood cancer. This statistic represents nearly 150 people each day or more than 6 people every hour. An estimated 1.1 million people in the U.S. are living with or in remission from leukemia, lymphoma, or myeloma. Here's a recent newscast regarding the work of Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, or LLS.
Thank you very much, Laura. Did you know that there is no way to screen for or prevent blood cancers? But there are treatments that have shown positive results. September is Blood Cancer Awareness Month, and a campaign is underway by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to get the word out to the public about where information on services and treatments can be found. And joining this morning via satellite to tell us more are the President and CEO of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, John Walter, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma survivor Jessica Malore. And good morning to both of you.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
This is an issue that is really very dear to my family's heart because my sister Robin is a blood cancer survivor. She had MDS, and that was a rare complication from chemotherapy that she received for breast cancer. I want to find out from you, John, first of all, how prevalent are blood cancers and who's at risk?
So blood cancers, there are about 1 million people living today in the United States with a blood cancer. There are about 160,000 diagnoses a year of blood cancers. A third of blood cancer patients will not survive the year. At this point in time, you mentioned no screening, no prevention. There's really also no predisposition. So for example, anyone can get a blood cancer. There's no gender predisposition, age, or race for that matter.
Jessica, tell us your story. How and when were you, did you discover your lymphoma?
Thank you, Sally Ann. Well, first of all, I just want to say that I'm so excited to be here with John today to discuss Blood Cancer Awareness Month and the importance of the work that the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is doing, because it is the research that they are funding have benefited me and so many others. When I was 16 years old, I suffered a sudden massive heart attack with no prior health problems and wasn't expected to live through the night. I later had my left leg amputated just above the knee, and I waited 9 long months on a mechanical heart assist device until I received a life-saving heart transplant. About a year later, my sophomore year in college, I found a lump on my neck that turned out to be non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I went through months of treatment and was finally in remission. But then 6.5 years later, I was diagnosed with a different form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. But even though it was very scary to be confronted with cancer the first time, when I faced it the second time, I had the benefit of knowing that I had access to the treatments that the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society had funded that had saved me. And I said to myself, if I got through cancer once before, there's no reason I can't get through it again. And I'm celebrating 5 years in remission this year.
And you are certainly an encouragement to many. Jessica, what is your advice to someone who has just been diagnosed with a blood cancer?
Well, for someone who's just been diagnosed, I remember just how scared and uncertain I was when I first found out I had cancer. I thought it was a death sentence. And then I learned so much more about the treatment options available. I would, encourage them to stay positive, always look towards the future, and know that there is hope because of the research that LLS is funding. I would encourage them to go to LLS.org to see the support services that they offer, the educational resources, as well as the treatments and therapies that are available to them during their journey.
Well, thank you very much, Jessica Malor, for sharing your story, and John Walter for joining us this morning. And again, we want to tell everyone, for more information on the resources that are available for blood cancer patients and their families, we have plenty of information on our website. Just go to WWLTV.com and then click on links on for.
The FCC LA will have a mandatory meeting Tuesday, the 11th, before and after school in room 202. If you're competing in the FCC LA event, you are required to be present. If you missed the mandatory FCCLA meeting yesterday, then you will need to stop by room 202 before the end of the day to get your information that you missed.
That's all for today, Nimitz. This has been brought to you by Viking View.
Now please stand for the pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.